Hello, everyone. This presentation is about getting involved, how to become a NEA Ambassador. My name is Susie Valle. I'm the Senior Manager of Programs at National Eczema Association, and I'm really excited to be launching NEA Ambassadors by the end of this week, which will be July 31st, 2020. The emphasis of NEA Ambassadors is really to activate our community and to offer every one of you the chance to get involved in our mission, which is to improve the health and the quality of life for individuals affected by eczema through research, support, and education. I'm so thankful to hear that there's so many of you that are eager to make a difference and to do what you can in your hometown. So this program is really for you. Something I did want to say at the beginning of this presentation is, due to our focus area being in the United States and our research and advocacy efforts being all domestic, the program is limited to US residents. That being said, this is a great opportunity for you to listen in on, even if you're not in the US, as my hope is that it will get your juices flowing and will help you brainstorm on things that you can do wherever you're located to help NEA's mission and to spread awareness and education and support for the eczema community. So everyone is welcome. By the end of our time together, my goal is for you all to have an understanding of NEA Ambassadors, to have an understanding of the impact area for you as future ambassadors, as well as for the larger community. Understanding how NEA Ambassadors works, so the process for you to become a NEA Ambassador, roles and responsibilities and expectations that we have for ambassadors, as well as the key benefits that will be derived from participating in this program. NEA Ambassadors has two key objectives, and those are to increase the eczema community's understanding of and impact in the areas of advocacy, community, and research. This program positions you all as experts in eczema and gives ambassadors the potential to help shape NEA's programmatic areas, as well as to influence the larger eczema landscape. This program will offer meaningful opportunities for everyone to learn and to participate in volunteer activities whenever possible that are all in service to the greater eczema community. Advocacy ambassadors will focus on deepening understanding and engagement in the areas that influence decision makers and affect legislation. Some of those areas will include spreading awareness of eczema's true burden among policy and decision makers, pushing for policies that include access to affordable, effective treatments, and budget allocation so that we can better understand and treat eczema. The type of activities that advocacy ambassadors may be called to do can include signing letters, writing testimonies, contacting decision makers, and visiting your representatives. Community ambassadors will focus on providing opportunities for connection and for sharing of experiences in a variety of ways that can include leading or organizing an awareness event, organizing a NEA fundraising event, leading a NEA meetup, and or sharing your story with your network and also with NEA so that we can then promote it on our online presence and print magazine. Research ambassadors will broaden their understanding of eczema research while also contributing to the research process whenever there is a chance to do so. They'll work with NEA to promote patient-focused advancements in eczema, and they may be called on to participate in surveys and focus groups, whether they be internal from the National Eczema Association or through our partner organizations. We will also be calling on research ambassadors to provide feedback for the research tools that we develop for our internal research initiatives. So at this point, when we gave this presentation at Expo, I asked people what their interest areas were, as well as whether they had previous volunteer experiences. And the reason why I'm including this in the presentation is because I did want to share a couple or a few of the experiences that people shared, because I found them to be encouraging and inspiring and opened my mind to the type of work that you all can do. Some of the activities mentioned were being mentors to families and individuals with eczema, and just doing that on an individual, unofficial basis. Leading support groups in some areas. Some people mentioned creating a 504 plan for elementary schools and making sure that that children's schools had the support and the resources needed to educate people about eczema, and the kids in particular. There were some people that fundraised for people to be able to attend Expo. There was a variety of ideas shared that I found really inspiring. So I just wanted to share those with you so that they may be able to help you think about what you can do. All right, so before participating in any of these 3 focus areas, you must first become a NEA ambassador. And to do so, you must meet a few requirements. Those include agreeing to a code of conduct, passing some educational modules, and then also agreeing to the roles and the expectations that we have outlined for you. Online social networking will be a big part of this program because it is an effective way to build community regardless of where you're located. Our hope is that on the platform, you're going to forge new relationships and foster peer-to-peer support. And so in order to ensure that our platform functions in that way and helps and also protects the participants, we drafted a code of conduct with do's and don'ts, consequences of unaccepted behavior, and then also what to do if you witness or are subject to unaccepted behavior. On this code of conduct, we have pretty common sense do's and don'ts, such as make sure that you are posting constructive material and not offering any medical advice and that sort of thing. So it shouldn't be, it should be very common sense. NEA's expectations for ambassadors are for ambassadors to activate in their ambassador focus group, meaning we want ambassadors to activate and to do something with the information that they're receiving because of their role as NEA ambassadors. There will be 2 options for this. You will either be able to act on the opportunities that we share with you on a regular basis, and that you can also find in your ambassador group toolkit, and you can also do something that you create on your own. We require ambassadors to complete the 1-year term, which is required for all ambassadors. And that is because it takes time to forge relationships and to really understand the work that we're doing. And the idea behind that is that the longer you are serving as a NEA ambassador, the more we're able to get an understanding for who our ambassadors are, and that will allow us to better position ambassadors with opportunities that come our way. We also require that ambassadors report on the activities that they're doing, and there will be a form for all of you to fill out on the ambassador platform to do so. We also encourage ambassadors to share what they're doing on the platform within your group or just with other ambassadors so that people can see what everyone's doing and also get ideas from one another. The other thing I wanted to mention here is that we also ask for you all to report on activities because it's really important for us to measure the impact that we're having on a local basis and then also across the country. We want to be able to measure the impact that this program is having, and to do so, we need to see what's going on. After agreeing to a code of conduct, and when you first get onto the NEA Ambassadors platform, you will have to complete 2 educational modules. One will be the Ambassador prerequisite course, which talks about eczema basics and the National Eczema Association. And then the other course depends on your interest. So for instance, if you want to be an advocacy ambassador, you would take the prerequisite course and then the become an advocacy ambassador course. If you would like to participate in 2 ambassador groups, then you would take that corresponding course. So for someone that wants to be a community and an advocacy ambassador, then you would take the prerequisite course and then the community and the advocacy ambassador after that. And of course, if you want to be in all 3 groups, then you just take all three courses. Each course takes about 15 minutes or so to complete, with the exception of the research ambassador group, and that is because research is just more robust in nature, so you can give yourself a little bit more time for that course. And each of these courses require a 100% completion rate. However, you can retake the quiz at the end of each course as many times as you need, and you will also be able to see what questions you're getting right and or wrong that we hope will help in your learning and in your passing of the course. So once you pass the course of interest that you have selected, you'll then be granted access to the rest of the NEA Ambassador Platform. And on this platform, you will have access to your Ambassador Group Toolkit. You'll have updates and relevant news and engagement opportunities posted on the platform. And then you'll also have the opportunity to build relationships and connect with other ambassadors. Each ambassador group will have a toolkit within their, it's kind of like a Facebook group. And in that toolkit, you will have resources to support engagement. Think of these as guides and how-tos. You'll also have ready to get activated. This will include actionable items that you can do immediately after completing the course if there's something that you want to do right away. The exception right now is there is an activity in the research toolkit, but it doesn't apply to everyone. Although our intention is to always have something for people to do every so often. We can't control when we're going to get opportunities, but our goal is to share everything that we do have come our way with our ambassadors. We also will have, the toolkit includes a section that is named Find Inspiration for Others, and that includes stories of other eczema warriors that have relevant experience within that focus area, and then also additional resources. And here, once you're in your group, you can locate it in this toolbar. Ambassadors will be updated on relevant news, as I mentioned, and engagement opportunities when we receive those at NEA or when we create them, when that's possible. And that will be shared with ambassadors in 2 areas. One will be in the group discussions, which is located within your ambassador group on the platform. So for community ambassadors, you can find that here in discussions. This we will try to update on a 4 to 6 week basis. So you can remember to check back regularly to see if there's anything new in there for you to see. For more general updates and news, you can go to the blog, which is at the very top of the website, right by the logo. And we're really excited about the platform offering a place for all of you to connect with one another, because we know the value that exists in meeting people that have similar experiences. So to do so, you can either correspond with other ambassadors in your group feed, which is kind of like a Facebook wall or timeline. I'm not sure which one of those it is. and or you can reach out to individual ambassadors. So you will be able to find members that are in your ambassador group that all belong to the same group. And then you will also be able to search for ambassadors that are in other groups. So you'll have an opportunity to connect with all NEA ambassadors. And a good way to start this connection is for you to go to your profile and complete your About Me information, where you can include a bio, and then there's a list of there's a few more questions for you to answer so that people can get to know you and you can start connecting. Through the NEA Ambassadors Platform, patients and people affected by eczema will increase their knowledge of the disease. They'll engage with like-minded community members that may have similar experiences. They'll have the opportunity to mobilize around issues that are important to them. And they'll also develop as leaders, given that they'll be receiving information and have opportunities that they may want to engage in. On a larger scale, this program will advance understanding of AD by external audiences, and in doing so will amplify specific needs and preferences in decision-making processes. And then on the NEA programmatic area, you all will serve as advisors in our designing of programs. So we will use you all as a resource to make sure that we are monitoring the needs and the interests of our community, and that we are responding to those. So we're looking forward to fostering our relationship with you. This here isn't the most exciting slide, but I did include it in here because I wanted to illustrate the vision that we have for NEA Ambassadors, which is to foster little communities of NEA ambassadors all across the country, making an impact on a local scale as well as across the nation. And so we hope that you will be part of this. All right, so we know that the first step in making an impact is to get educated about what eczema is and the needs that still exist within our community. So we hope that NEA Ambassadors provides you with the foundational information on eczema and on the National Eczema Association, and that helps as a way to spread awareness. So I encourage you all to start thinking about what you can do to build community, what you can do on an advocacy front, and what you could do to help push research. And then also to consider who can you engage in your community to help you with these initiatives, whether that is healthcare providers or friends or neighbors. NEA Ambassadors will evolve and will develop. We're just starting this now, and all of you will be participants in the very beginning of the program. And we encourage you to, we're excited to see where this will go. And we are here for you if you need our support, and we will see you on the platform. And thank you so much for your time, and thank you for your interest and your willingness to do what you can, because every little bit counts. We can make a huge difference, and we're super excited to be launching this program as a way of doing so. Thank you.